Of the season, a wall of noise greeting Barcelona, teasing Barcelona after Real beat them in the Copa del Rey semi-final this week. And 19-year-old Morata, in fact they have two 19-year-olds in the team, Morata up front and Varane in defence.
Yeah, he's short.
Thiago backing in, coming away with it. Fiery defending from Ramos, who's wearing that captain's armband with pride today. This is young Morata playing the part of Ronaldo, and he's given it on the plate to Benzema. First blood, Real Madrid.
Wow. That was superb down the left-hand side. What a contribution, Morata, in his first Clásico. Rob, superb down the left side. What a great ball in. And Benzema was sharp as anything to get into the 6-yard box and tap it in. And there's a look of disbelief on some of the Barcelona players' faces. Have a look at this. It's well won here, knocked out wide to Morata. And where's Dani Alves? He's a little bit casual for me coming across, and he allows him to whip the ball on his left foot and stick the ball in. I just feel he's got to put more pressure on him. He's not even putting his foot out to block it. And it's a fantastic cross from Morata. And that's a great tap in at the far post for Karim Benzema. 1-0.
Playing the part tonight of Cristiano Ronaldo is Alvaro Mata.
But see when he gets to the byline, he cuts it back to the edge of the box. This is Morata. Now Dani Alves is too far away from him. He's got to put more pressure on first touch. That's a lovely first-time ball from Jordi Alba.
David Villa. Alves. Fantastic run from Lionel Messi. But matched every stride of the way by Rafael Varane.
He is an athlete, Rafael Varane. Clever ball from Dani Alves, and he just ushers him out of the way. Varane, he's a good athlete. He sees the situation. You're right, Rob, that's the important third. In that final third, it gets tight. You know, the full-backs get narrow. That's a great run.
Messi is onside. Doesn't have a lot of support, but we know he's capable of doing it himself. Told you so. Was he off colour this week? Well, he's back to feeling his full self again.
Well, they said he had the flu. He certainly flew there, didn't he? In behind the back four. And then, as you say, Rob, he knows what he has to do. You get him those situations, and he does it all on his own. Cuts back on his left foot and sticks it in the back of the net. Now, that's brilliant timing of the run. He's onside. Timed it to perfection. Then he steadies himself up on the left foot, and bang. I think it actually goes through the legs of Sergio Ramos. And that's why the goalkeeper gets beaten at the near post. Brilliant play from the best player in the world, Lionel Messi. And that's goal number 50 for the season, Rob.
Well, it's a double milestone, 50th goal of the season, and he's now equalled Di Stefano as the man who scored the most goals.
But great to see 2 goals after 21 minutes in the Clásico. Great to see Lionel Messi back on the score sheet.
Well, for both sides, it's a 100% hit rate. Two teams having fun in the sun. This is Kaká. Morata is alongside him. Coentrao makes space, and had to be a very good take from Victor Valdez.
Excellent play. This time a little bit more pressing coming in from Dani Alves there.
Modric to David Villa. Or falls kind of for Messi. Easy for Lopez.
Well, that's one mistake there that they'll be glad to get away with. Michael Essien's misplaced pass, the lunge from Sergio Ramos. They can be thankful it was on Messi's right foot, Rob. Had it been on the left foot, it could have been a different story. Right foot, fairly straightforward for Diego Lopez.
Forwards. He's reveling in the space today. A chance to show something other than his defensive skills. Luka Modric. And at the far post is Morata!
Oh.
Time seemed to stand still for the young man.
What a fantastic ball from Luka Modric. Great piece of play. Spots him free at the far post. Dani Alves has come in to cover, and he misses it at the wrong side for me. And again, that shows a little bit of inexperience. And missing it at the near post is not what you want to do. You've got to go back across goal. And a puff of the cheek makes the most of it. And that's the good chance for Morata at the far post.
They say a team picks itself when it's doing well, but that's why you have the big managers, the likes of Mourinho and Sir Alex, because they can change things, and maybe something needs to be changed with Barcelona. They have been contained in the first half. Benzema getting Real Madrid off to a flyer after 6 minutes when the youngster Morata fed him the goal, and then a piece of individual brilliance. Referee Perez Laza has a look around. Referee looks into a sea of stars. No changes have been made at half-time. The management of both clubs will be reasonably happy with the performance of the players they've selected.
Madrid, on the other hand, 21.6%, 4 shots at goal, 2 on target. So
clever. Pedro comes inside Coentrao. This ball falls to Alba. Alba to Messi. Messi to Alves. Alves right across, flashes in front of goal, and Messi are happy to just knock it to relative safety.
Oh, superb football from Barcelona, and it's as if they've really stepped it up a gear. You know, it was slick, it was great one-touch from Dani Alves, and whipped in with pace then across the 6-yard box for anyone who wanted to come and tap it in.
To Alba. Now Iniesta. Messi shakes off Morata, rounds Modric, feeds David Villa.
Oh, what a tackle.
Yet another top-class tackle from Rafael Varane.
What a tackle, Rob, that was. Superb play from Messi, and he looks like he's caught out, and suddenly stretches out the legs, and he just makes the challenge in the block. Fabulous stuff. I think Diego Lopez might have blocked it as well. That takes nothing away from Rafael Varane.
Just over 10 minutes gone in the second half, and now it's plan B for Jose Mourinho. Could have been all part of the master plan anyway. Benzema taken out of the firing line. Cristiano Ronaldo, as if he needs it, is introduced.
Well, it's
Kaká's put in a decent shift as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, and Morata's staying on, but I think he's keeping Morata on because he knows he's not going to probably involve him against Manchester United. He might involve
Callejon. Round the works too, plays centre-half, is leading the line. Pepe. Callejon. Ronaldo's at the far post, but just evades him.
That was a really good chance, Rob, for Real Madrid, and I don't think they made the most of it. The ball needs to be knocked back just there, Pepe, and it comes back, but it's by mistake, and then the cross into the box to Morata was poor. You know, it just needs a little delicate dig, and it's poor. A better ball, Morata would have scored.
Cristiano Ronaldo lights the fuse.
Oh!
Brilliant save by Valdez.
Rob, watch how much this ball moves when he strikes it. Right through the wall, it starts to dip. Well done, Victor Valdez. He gets a touch to it. To play against anybody, so I think Coentrao has to start.
Maybe a protective measure then. Ronaldo at the Pied Piper.
Oh.
They chased him, and Piqué just about caught up with him.
It's a good run though from Ronaldo, very forceful, running straight into the heart of them. Takes on Piqué, gets the shot off, unfortunately, into the side netting. But every time he gets the ball, there's alarm bells ringing in the Barcelona defence. He's the threat. Look at that movement. What a good save this is from Victor.
Great tackle by Abelard. Pedro is down, I think, exhaustion more than the challenge that has left him clutching. What's to say by Valdez? The whistle had gone, by the way, but it didn't stop Valdez showing off again. Ramos. Pepe. Outside of the foot, great pass. Fantastic take from Morata. Could be a game-clinching save from Victor Valdez. Experience won over youth then.
I'll tell you what a great ball. What a great run. First touch from Morata is brilliant. And Victor Valdez, well, you got to give him credit, Rob. That's what he's good at. One-on-ones. Big save. Big save. Spreads himself. And had the young man maybe got a wee bit more experience, he would have kept it lower.
Victor Valdez, I do believe, is one of the most...
That's some pass outside of the right foot from Pepe. But give credit to Victor Valdez. That is a match-winning save.
Could be a match-tying save the way things are. Flipped it in, helped on its way by Ronaldo.
He got too big a touch on it, didn't he? Well, that was the thing. He just needed to have a little deft touch on it. Gets a wee bit underneath it, just there.
Modric, right across the six. Oh, what a brilliant goal! And that captain's armband clearly means a lot to Ramos, because he's led Real Madrid into the lead. He who rises higher scores.
Oh, it's a fantastic delivery, and he is always a threat at set plays, corner kicks, free kicks, and Sergio Ramos gets that half a yard he wanted, got a perfect glancing header on it, and with 8 minutes to go, Barcelona are trailing 2-1. What a super goal.
So often the villain in these games, Sergio Ramos, today is the hero.
Well, that's what I'm talking. He's come in across, and I do feel they're vulnerable, Rob. They're not the tallest of teams. And strangely enough, it's Gerard Piqué is probably the closest to him. Good ball in from Luka Modric, but he gets up above everybody. And a glancing header into the near post there. Wonderful header.
Pushed aside, Gerard Piqué sprung above him. All matches, 2 of those defeats against Real Madrid. That could translate into crisis. He's already unleashed one which brought a tremendous save from Valdez. He went for the element of surprise. He beat the keeper. Comes to Pepe. And, well, Valdez could just stand there, really, only and pray.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo cannot believe he hasn't scored again. Have a look at this. Up and over the wall. It hits both the crossbar and the post. It's absolutely no tackle. Great free kick, wasn't it, from
Ronaldo, dramatically darts the ball in on another save by Valdez. Too hot to handle, comes to Modric. Barcelona at the moment are taking a battering. Oh, it's a bad tackle. He's not going to get away with that. Tries to escape the referee's eye, but he knows exactly who he is, and he knows exactly what's coming.
He skipped past Arbeloa took him out totally. Not once, but twice. Left leg and right leg for Alexis. Great strike from Ronaldo. A lot of movement again on the ball. Well done, Victor Valdez.
Adriano. There's the drama in the final seconds. Adriano goes down, and the referee takes a lingering look. Well, there was a case to answer. Ramos escapes defence. Well, I think there's about 79,000 hearts in mouths at the Estadio Bernabeu.
Yellow card for Andres Iniesta, is it for protestations?
Well,
or
he's
who was
changed the referee ever since he didn't give the penalty kick.
Let's have a look. Back heel, skips in one.
No.
Well, he actually jumped over the top of it, doesn't he?
The leg was left there.
Oh, I don't know, there is a leg outside. I can see maybe why. His leg is up, Sergio Ramos' leg is up. That could quite a bit easily have been a penalty. Sergio Ramos is saying no, and I can see why Jordi Rua thinks it is.
Well, every Barcelona fan will tell you that he left his leg there and it should be a penalty. Every Real Madrid fan will tell you that he entered the area with intent to fall to the floor. Time beyond the 3 the referee promised. It's a game, a fixture that never lets you down. From the first minute to the last, it has drama. And they've managed a double success this week, Real Madrid, in the Cup and in the League. In many ways, it's a meaningless game, with trifling that to the Barcelona players. Now Valdez enters the book, and they lose their cool. And Valdez gets a red card for taking it a step too far. And you can see how much this means to Barcelona. They've blown it today. And 3 defeats in 4, they need to find their cool again from somewhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, I said to you, I think it's a crisis. It is a crisis. Look at the reaction of players who are under pressure, and Victor Valdez totally, unnecessarily gets himself sent off at the end of a game. A yellow card followed by a red.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, it may be Jose Mourinho's last ever Clásico. May well be in the league, certainly. And he's left it in style. He's done the double this week over Barcelona on the day he's beaten them by 2 goals to 1. Bring on Manchester United.
Yes, indeed. It's not often you see scenes like that. Frustrating.